Sonic Rush! What's up, Flame Gang? It's your boy, Dana the Artist, with a Blaze shirt. 420 might have passed, we still blaze it around here. It is not far-fetched to say that Sonic has introduced some pretty cool mechanics over the years. Whether it's the spin dash in Sonic 2, the lightspeed dash in Sonic Adventure, or the wisps in Sonic Colors. For better or for worse, a lot of these additions to Sonic's repertoire became staples in modern Sonic games. When looking back at Sonic's handheld outings though, it can be hard to pinpoint that one ability or that one gimmick that really made an impact and stayed forever. Except for one game, Sonic Rush. This game was highly influential in a myriad of ways, so today I want to take a look back and talk about it. This little DS game featured Sonic, the new rival Blaze the Cat, unique dual screen usage, especially with special stages, a banging one-of-a-kind soundtrack, and two innovations that we would see consistently for almost the next 20 years. Yeah, this game is 20 years old. It blows my mind too. Give it another year and a half. Now imagine, the year is 2005. Only a year and a half prior, Sonic Team and Dimps released the final entry in the modern revamp of 2D titles. It built off the last two Sonic Advance games with little hub worlds and the buddy system. It played the best and had small quality of life improvements that would leave kids wondering, where could handheld Sonic go next? No kid ever asked that. Sonic Rush. What a rush when I got my hands on this one. I need to see a therapist. Different from the Sonic Advance trilogy, you lose Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Cream, and the buddy system is gone entirely. But, similar to the adventure titles, you get two distinct perspectives.
Have a nice ball, you stupid bitch.
Have a nice fall, you stupid bitch.
With one, of course, being Sonic the Hedgehog, and the other being my t-shirt's namesake, Blaze the Cat. But for all that is lost from the Sonic Advance trilogy, the cool ending kicks or attacks that you could do in midair, or the buddy system, the cool Chow integration, what you instead got was the introduction to what most modern Sonic is based off of, the boost system. I'm gonna be real, I don't got shit to say about the boost formula. Look man, it's cool. Generation's the go. Unleash Day stages, they're clean, and Frontier's freerunning, fire, like Blaze. And I think it's really cool that Rush is the forefather of this system 3 whole years before Unleashed was even released. Detracting from what I said in yesterday's episode, it's completely possible that this was planned from the start, that the boost system would be the new age of Sonic. But who's really to say? I think I'd feel more passionate about it in this title if the level design was really built around it. Newsflash, it's not. There's so many bottomless pits. Why boost if you're just gonna run into a death trap?
Nigga, bro, are you shitting me?
But if acquiring boost in Rush is your destination, then the trick system is the journey. Look, I'm not an idiot. I know that tricks technically debuted in Sonic Advance 2, but tricks did not debut in the way that they would be later utilized until Sonic Rush. Sonic Rush, the shit is integral. The sound design, the voice clips, confetti is flying, the UI when your boost hits the max, you go gold and the rainbows and animals are jumping on the screen doing the wave and numbers popping up like some JRPG shit. This shit to me is what creates Sonic Rush's ethereal feeling of speed. And I'm gonna keep it real. The trick system never felt this good after this. Sorry, I had to change the background. This game's too cool to not show off. As I was saying, it's not that the trick system doesn't work in the newer titles. In fact, sometimes it can look pretty snappy and feel pretty good in games like Sonic Generations. However, it is very obvious that the trick system was core to Sonic Rush's game feel. Without the trick system, you kind of have a game where you can boost sometimes. I'm looking at you, Sonic Colors DS. In Sonic Unleashed and Colors, shit, lame as hell, man. They're QuickTime events that, to be fair, if done properly, do get you to a higher route in the stage, which I do think has its own benefits and merits. It's just not as core to the game as it was in Sonic Rush. In Generations, you only get to do tricks based off of certain ramps that you jump off of. Similar to the last two titles, but with snappier animations, references in the poses, and it's actually more fun and intuitive because you get to try and jam as many tricks as you can into one jump. This, along with drifting and rings adding to your boost gauge, And I think this is one of the best implementations of the trick system since Rush. And now it made a... Now, I wouldn't call it triumphant, but the trick system did return with Sonic Frontiers. Mind you, it is very random when it happens. Sometimes you just hit a bump, go flying, and you get some sparkles, and boy, does it look choppy. Even from the earliest gameplay that we saw, it did not look that good. The sound design is not there, and even upon release, it is still... You guys already did it already. Why do you keep fucking this up? Like, it beats QuickTime events, sure, but it fails to be integral to Sonic's kit like it was in Sonic Rush. And I think that's where I'm getting at. The trick system is fucking goated, and there's so much potential. And instead, we get the Wisps returning. Oh boy, a parkour system, yippee! You guys have something that's right in front of you that we've seen work. Use it in a 3D environment. The fucking fans are doing it, why can't you? It's kind of disappointing that we're never gonna reach the magnum opus that was Sonic Rush's trick system. Boosting, on the other hand, is already kind of overstayed its welcome. It really taught us how to hold a button down in order to feel like a bullet train. And while it ranged in effectiveness, there was one title, to me at least, that took the boost formula, refined it in conjunction with the 2D stylings that we had seen before, fucking amazing level design, and a good reflection on titles that came before it. My favorite game in the series, Sonic Generations. Tomorrow, the final download logs of the month. Thank you guys for all the support this month. Thank you for 1,000 subscribers. I hope you guys look forward to me yapping about this title for a good little bit there, even though I've already talked about it at length in this video. I'll see you then.